Hey guys, today we're joined with the man Scott Withers, West Coast Warrior. Scott is probably the most known, unknown player in disc golf. We'll touch on that a little bit with the interview, but we're gonna go to the back. He's never seen the warehouse. This is his first time here, so let's get his reaction and see what he thinks.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Let's go check out some plastic. Let's walk around and see everything.
Sweet, let's go. All right, so me and Scott just checked out the warehouse. This is his first time.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I mean, it's pretty incredible to walk through and just see the process, see all the discs on the wall, to know that every one of these things that we just walked by is gonna go make someone's day.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna make someone so pumped to get to throw this thing out on the course.
Absolutely. So earlier I talked about Scott being the most known unknown player. Let's touch on that a little bit. Scott's, what's your rating right now?
I'm at 1036 right now.
That's 15th highest in the world.
Yeah.
In the world.
In the world.
Yeah. And the reason we would call you the most known unknown is because you've been staying regional in your local area.
Yeah, I've been on the West Coast playing almost all the, Pro Tour events and NTs and stuff. Probably, I would say, like west of Texas.
Yeah.
But because of work, I've never really had the opportunity to get out and fully do the tour thing.
Sure. And what do you do for work? Like, give us a little idea of that.
So for the last 17 years, I've worked at a Boys and Girls Club. I love it, like what it means, the ability to help the kids, like just being that person that can be there for someone that really needs it and everything. It's a passion of mine that I will always have and I will always be involved in, but I'm moving on.
Yeah,
I
moving on.
Made the decision, working with Jeff and Resistance,
Yep.
and then obviously with Discraft that it's time. I'm gonna hit the road. We're doing this thing pretty much full time now. I'm gonna miss a couple Pro Tour events just with some scheduling stuff, but I'm gonna be out there all year, so I'm pumped.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great news. That's huge. That's gonna be great for the fans because he's about to be the most known player, not the most unknown known player.
Sure.
So let's talk about next year. You're touring.
Mm-hmm.
What are your like? How many events are you planning on playing?
So I think I'm playing 15 Elite Series events or majors.
Okay.
So I think there's 19, so I'm missing 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And then I'll play a bunch of regional stuff around the Northwest too when I'm back home.
So you're thinking like 25, 30 events?
25 to 30. I played 35 last year. I'm gonna tone it back just a little bit so I can focus on those bigger events and not be burnt out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's what I love to do. I play tournaments every weekend. I'm all over the place. I don't care if it's a little C tier or a major, like I just love playing. So
yeah,
that's why I'm out there.
That's wonderful. Love the game. So I think one thing that strikes me is you were 1044 when we picked you up?
It was 1045 at the start of last year.
Yeah. And that was mostly just regional events, a couple big ones, but not a ton. I think a lot of people, are questioning you, wanting to see what you can do. So are you excited to like go out there and prove what you can do at some of these big events next year?
Yeah, I'm excited to get the opportunity to get to tournaments a couple days ahead of time. It's always been something for these Elite Series events where because of work, I was flying in the day before a tournament, maybe getting 1 practice round, or if I was really lucky, getting 2, and then trying to compete with all the guys at the top level. And everyone's so good now. You don't get to do that. Like, you have to put the same preparation in that everyone else is. And it's one of those things like this year now, I'm gonna be able to get there Sunday or Monday before the event, get some practice in. So I don't know if like I'm taking the approach if I want to shock the world, but I'm just gonna go do my thing. I'm gonna go play, try to keep a good attitude, have some fun, and really take in all the experiences of being on the road.
Yeah, you know your game, so you probably don't feel like you have to prove anything.
No.
But from a fan aspect, sitting behind the desk watching every weekend, I mean, it's gonna be exciting for me because I know what you're capable of, and I want the world to be able to see that. And you guys are about to find out soon, trust me.
Yeah.
So who are you traveling with, or what are your travel plans next year?
So we'll spend a lot of time, I'm gonna be with Jeff Corns with Resistance quite a bit, so when he's on the road, we'll kind of be flying out to events together and stuff. We'll spend a lot of times with Ben Calloway, Adam Hammis, and kind of that group, so we'll do the Airbnb thing when we can, get the practice rounds in and just kind of help each other get ready for events. So that'll be kind of the crew that I think we'll spend the most time with, but I'm looking forward to, just having the opportunity to really connect with a lot of the Discraft guys, the ones that have been on the road grinding it out and kind of know what the life is like, and hopefully just seamlessly kind of fit in and jump in with that group and do our thing.
Ben Calloway is going to be a good one for you to latch on to, honestly, because similar story. He's a family man. He's got a job at home. he gave, you know, the job up at home to go on tour because disc golf's changing. We all know that. And, you know, he made the elite team for 2022 season. Yeah. Is that something that you're planning on?
I would love to.
For 2023, you want to make the elite team?
I would love to. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to set my sights on like this season's a failure if I can't get to that point or not, because I'm not looking at it like that at all. But I want to go let my game do the talking for itself, and I want to make sure that not only can I go out and perform well, but I can also kind of be that role model or still continue to lead the Northwest scene and kind of like whether it's running tournaments or stuff, and just be the person that's at the forefront for exposure. So do it from a player's perspective, also do it from someone that's growing the sport. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, if I could be on the elite team for 2023 and have my own Tour Series disc through Discraft, I mean, that's a dream come true.
Yeah, absolutely. Disc golf's changing enough to where players like Scott are considering changing their careers completely. I mean, that's huge. What does all the announcements and the bigger contracts and all the excitement going on do for you? I mean, it's got to like open this dream up for you that it's actually a reality.
Yeah, I've been in this game for a long time, right? I've been pro, or technically playing pro, since like 2009. So I've been around. I've seen like the Dave Feldberg, Avery Jenkins kind of era where you had a few players that were making a good living at it. And now every time we see a new contract pop up for a player and realize that like people are making their dreams come true with it, and we're being able to see for the first time your 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 guys and maybe 10 to 15 to 20 ladies that are really able to truly make this their whole life and do it successfully, not where they're struggling in the off seasons and having to get part-time jobs or whatever. I think that's so big for the growth of the game. Obviously in the last 3 years it's exploded, right? We all know that.
It's booming, yeah.
So to see the fan support, to walk through the store and have a Discraft hoodie on and for someone to be like, oh, you play disc golf? And I was like, yeah. They're like, what's your name? I was like, I'm Scott. I was like, oh, I've seen you on YouTube a bunch of times or whatever. And those are for little local events or maybe 1 or 2 times on Central Coast or Jomez. Yeah. Just the growth of the game has been so huge, and it's giving me, it's giving Ben, it's giving other players like us the opportunity to finally just make this our career. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first started, you know, the team and everything and working on everything, I would tell these kids that were amazing, but they were 15, 14, I'd say, go to school, go to college. Don't try to make this a career right now. I don't have to say that anymore. Right. It's a big difference.
For the first time.
For the first time, yeah. So it's amazing, man. So let's talk about, you don't have a Tour Series disc right now. Right. The elite team, just so everybody knows, is based around touring players, and that's why Scott's making this change, and you know, he's going to shoot for that goal. What are some of the ways they can support you right now without having a Tour Series disc?
The biggest thing is working with Resistance Discs. We have a couple custom runs that we've done either last year or will be doing this year. We haven't announced what this year's are going to be yet, so they'll be coming up in the near future. But you know, I would say jump on Resistance. Check out the drop that we have coming next week. I guess I'll spoil it.
There you go,
we
spoiler.
have
all right.
Brand new Glow Z Scorches that are coming out, which was part of my fundraising disc through Discraft last year. Yep. We waited until the end of the year to run them. I know Jeff and Bob and I all had conversations, and it was just one of the things that was like, hey, this disc is incredibly popular for players. We want to get them into the hands of a lot of new players. We gave 72 of them away last weekend at a B tier that we ran, and it's part of the AM Players Pack, so they were the first group to have them, and they were immediately kind of hitting the resale market, and people were asking a bunch of questions and stuff, so that would be the most immediate way to help me and to kind of support what I'm going to be doing this year. But yeah, just kind of keep a lookout for some custom stuff.
What's the date that you think that's going to go live?
I think we are going next Friday, maybe January 28th. Is that what that is?
So more than likely, this video is going to be dropping the day that they're coming out. So go check them out. Cool, man. I'm looking forward to the 2022 season, and I really want to see what's going to happen for 2023. I'm already thinking big time for the next year. So.
Yeah, I'm very hopeful for how this year's going to go. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for giving us a couple minutes of your time to get to know me a little better. And hopefully, as this year goes, you'll see me on some lead cards.
All right, support your players. Appreciate it.